Hey guys, here in front of me is an Airsoft grip bipod. This kind of does the best of both worlds, at least it's supposed to. Give you a vertical foregrip and provide you with a bipod. Now, you can see my span here is about 9 inches, so this is about 10 inches from top to bottom, give or take a little bit. And you can get them for all sorts of prices. eBay, I just looked up. You can get them for like $7, $8, but those are coming from ePacket from China. And I can't speak to the quality of those. I know that this one was about $20, so I think if you're in the $20 price range, you should be pretty good as far as quality goes. There's no name brand on this one, so I'm not sure if it's a knockoff or what you want to call it, or where it originated from. All I know is this one was about $20. So I'll go over the physical aspects of it here. What I really like is this quick, it's not a quick detach, but it's, you're able to get it on and off of your rail system without a screwdriver or a hex key. So that's something I really like. It also means that if it gets loose while you're playing, you can just crank it down. Also, to prevent sliding, it's got the raised screw there, which catches on one of the wrist pieces, but there's also a slot above here and a little raise, or rather, these are raised up, not slots, so it sits in your wrist and it doesn't wobble at all, which I really enjoy. And so it fits various numbers of rail systems that have different tolerances. Like my KWA is much wider than most other rail systems, like my JG is actually a little bit smaller than 20 millimeter, I believe. So this fits both of them very snugly and doesn't wobble at all. The push button, as I showed you earlier, very sturdy, and it stands on its own, kind of interesting thing. It's nice to set your gun down when you're playing, so you don't have to lay it in the dirt. You actually just pop out the bipod and set it down that way. Very sturdy. It doesn't swivel or anything. It's just fixed. And it does take a significant amount of force to push it in. I mean, not a whole lot, but enough so you know that it's sturdy. I'll go ahead and show you what's on the inside here. If you remove this ring, it's a very simple little device here, but pretty neat. So you can see this is a metal guide here, and it just sits inside of this ring right here. There's a little hook there that catches it up, that locks it into the non-bipod position, so it's only the vertical grip. And then in here is just a very large spring that's what holds it and retains it. So that's the components in there. That's really simple. So even if you do get a what you would call a knockoff version, I don't think there's that many ways you could screw this up. So maybe the $6 to $8 one will actually work. I can't speak to that further though. But I will go ahead and throw this on a gun for you to see real quick. Okay, so here's what it looks like on a gun. You can see it's about 10 inches up in the front, and then it gets your grip just off the ground, I guess. And if you extend it, it'll get it a little bit higher, but that's with it at its shortest point. This is a G36 base, and so it gets everything else off. I do think, though, that is a bit long for a vertical grip. So if you're planning on putting your hand here or here, look how much extra I have. So I really don't like it for that. That's why I stopped using it. It's a little bit too big, but it does give you that feature to be able to just set your gun down like that. Plus, if you're shorter, the problem is with me, that height of a bipod, if I'm standing in a window, it does me no good because I'm too tall to set it on the window. I'm about a foot too tall for it to be useful. But if you're a shorter person and you can use those center block windows to your advantage, and you can set this right on top of it and be able to aim down the sights, that might be great for you. Other than that, I really do like it and the way it works. I just wish that it was more suitable for my application. It's just not. The other thing is, I didn't mention, the way you deploy it is just a button back here. It just disengages that latch that I showed in the earlier segment. So this is what it is. We call it a gripod, but it's technically a grip bipod. Gripod is photography tripod, I think. Bipod, whatever. Anyway, that's what this is. Check it out if you're interested.